People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Cause I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
What's up, folks? Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Terry podcast. I have done 3 other shows in the past, I don't know, fucking 20 hours, and I have had a great time with all of them. This show that we're about to do today, I stumbled across this young lady's page. She has a podcast she's going to tell you all about in a minute. Found out we have a very good mutual friend between the two of us, so this makes me even more excited. And I found out she's a bartender off of Broadway. So there's a good chance that I might not like her, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm just fucking with you already. Miss Caroline West, how you doing, darling?
Good. How are you?
Good. Before we get started, tell them your socials and the podcast name and all that good shit.
So my socials are, my podcast is Broadway Girls on Instagram with 2 S's, and then on TikTok with 2 B's. You can find it on Spotify or Apple Music. And then my personal one is Caroline with 2 E's, West with 2 T's, all across the board.
Okay,
So
that is a lot of double letters.
it is. But you know what? I couldn't get any, I mean, I don't want to put all the bullshit in there. So
I don't blame you. I don't like when people put the bullshit in there. It's really fucking
it's just
stupid
simple to just add extra letters.
Everything that I do looks like a fucking 3rd grader did it. Like everything that I do is like JL Terry 87 or JL Terry 1987. Like it's all just easy as hell because I'm stupid and I don't remember shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, well, it'll pop up when you like try to type it, like type everything in, so it's fine.
There you go. So how long have you been doing the podcast thing?
For almost a year. So it'll be a year in end of January.
What made you want to start it?
I wanted to start it because I wanted to give people like a look into the service industry in Nashville, considering like everybody, it's all about the music scene and everything like that, but nobody in like the tourists and like, oh, Broadway, like everybody's going to get drunk, but nobody really knows like what people make Nashville. It's like, it's the bartenders, it's the bartender at Tin Roof that has a drink named after him. It's, you know, the makeup artist, the hairstylist, like, you know, it's, even the music too. It's those people like trying to make a living on Broadway. Like it's those people that make Nashville what it is. And that's what I wanted to give people an insight on. So it's not just about the drinking. And we have a bunch of shit we have to deal with. So
yeah, I can imagine dealing with assholes like me on the daily. It's fucking hard, dude. I can tell you got it written on your forehead. You wouldn't be one of the bartenders that I would talk shit to.
Yeah, no, I'm mean. Everybody's like, oh, your name's Caroline. They're like, sweet Caroline. I'm like, nope, I'm mean Caroline. I'm like, I'm not sweet. So don't. I'm like, I'll hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with you. You can tell. Like I've got a pretty good, I'm not very good with women anyway, but I can tell when one's mean as fuck. And you got it, you got it clear as day.
Well, it's probably because my resting bitch face, but I just don't take no shit. But the people that really know me as a person know I'm very nice. So, yeah. But I'm also going to be the one that's going to roundhouse your ass outside in the parking lot.
Somehow I like that though. So somehow I'm like, okay, she's a little bit cooler now.
Some people like it. Some people are like, wow, she's a bitch. And I'm like, okay.
I'd rather you be a bitch, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's just, there's so many fake fucking people in Nashville anyway. There's so many fake people every fucking where anyway. Mm-hmm. I work in social media. I hate 90% of the people that I have to deal with. So I can only imagine the fucking dickheads that come into Barstool that think that they're special or think that there's something, think that you're supposed to wait on them hand and foot without, any gratitude. I
Oh,
think you got to be a bitch to fucking get by with something like that.
you do, like, I feel like it's very cutthroat on Broadway for sure. Cause like, I mean, you got to know somebody to get in. And then once you're in, I mean, you got to have thick skin. Like if you don't, you're going to get your feelings hurt or you're going to get booted out. And I mean, it's not for the weak. I will say that when I did work in Midtown, you have to be a little bit nicer, which I am nice at first until you like, unless you're an idiot, then okay, well then all hands on deck, we're gonna piss you off. So it just depends. Like Midtown, you got to be a little bit nicer. You can't really tell people to fuck off immediately, but on Broadway, like they're a little more lenient. We can tell people to eat shit. So
Really?
oh yeah, I mean, considering like the customer isn't always right. They're not.
Fucking
On
ever,
Broadway,
really.
they're definitely fucking not.
Right.
So, yeah, but in Midtown, it's more like you have your regulars, you're more one-on-one, which I do like. But yeah, I mean, I had to take a break from Broadway for a minute because I got a little bitter. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't fuck with it too much. Like I have to know that I have a buddy playing somewhere around there
Yeah.
for me to go. Otherwise, I don't want a fucking part of it. And it's not because the bars aren't cool. It's not because the bartenders aren't cool. It's because of the fucking assholes that are there. And it's always just like, it's not ever the whole bar. It's always like 10 fucking people in a crowded bar that just ruin it for everybody else. It's just like, please, I just can't deal with it. I'm too old and grumpy. I would rather be around 5 people that had fucking manners and knew how to talk and treat the next person at a dive bar than be around 500 people that are just so self-absorbed that it's just fucking sad.
Well, I will say that I've met some of the like coolest people working on Broadway.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we'll get like one week we'll get this weird group of people and they're either going to piss us off or we're just like, okay, this is like, I don't know what blew into town. And then like the next week we'll get the best group of people come through the bar. And so it just fluctuates. But especially during football season, like the Patriots fans, they can fuck off. I don't need them in the town. So
I literally have like 4 Tom Brady jerseys, 4 Gronk
oh my
jerseys.
God.
Like I'm not obnoxious fucking about it though. Like I'm not like I know what you're talking about. I can't stand Alabama fans and
Oh my God, me either.
Alabama fans and Patriot fans are damn near the same.
Yeah, Georgia fans, they can fuck off too.
Well,
So
now you can kiss my fucking ass because I am a Georgia fan.
oh, you're a Georgia fan?
Yes,
Ew.
well, that's where my studio. That's where I grew up. I'm from Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, first off, you got to understand, it took us my whole life to get a national championship. And then every year for half of that, we thought we were going to get a national championship and we sucked. Like, we had such a fucking built up aggression inside of us that when we finally got it, we still barking, bro. We still barking.
Hey, I'm all like when Georgia plays Alabama, I want y'all to win because I hate Nick Saban. So
Oh,
I
I
mean,
hate God.
other than
Nick
that,
Saban.
their fans they're obnoxious.
Well,
They're not mean, they're just obnoxious.
Who are you a fan of then?
A&M.
Texas A&M?
Yeah, don't talk shit.
No, I'm
And
not.
I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't talk
Oh, now a
shit.
Cowboys fan, like, yeah, it's
I'm used to losing, so it's okay.
yeah, you ain't getting a ring no time soon. Um,
No.
well, Texas, the reason why I said A&M is or Texas A&M is because you don't really. I don't think I've ever met a Texas A&M fan.
Really?
Yeah, well, I got like a lot of theories on Johnny Manziel, and I love Johnny Manziel.
Went to college with him.
No
Partied.
fucking shit.
Yeah, partied with him a lot. So his family owns like a lot of my hometown in Tyler, Texas, and so I've served his family so many times.
That's cool, dude.
But I did. I've partied with him a lot in college, anyway. So.
You can quit blushing anytime while saying that.
I'm not blushing.
Yes, you are.
I'm just like I have stories about him, and then that whole like documentary came out about him, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm reliving my college years. So,
I'm one of the biggest Johnny Manziel fans there are.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I get it. Like I tell people all the time that if I had musical talent or if I was a professional athlete, I would have been Johnny Manziel. I get how much pressure it would be on somebody that age to have so much fun. Like,
Well, yeah, that, but he also, I mean, he's kind of a douche.
oh yeah, see, I wouldn't be a douche.
He was already a douche before he like hit it big.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. He seems like he could be either way. I heard a conversation with him and one of the Barstool podcasts the other day. And it's just like, I don't know. I wish the kid would have done better. I do, but it's also I can see where he could be a dickhead.
Yeah, it sucks because he did have a lot of talent and then he fucked up. He
Yeah.
let the college life get to him and that's what part sucked. But
See, this
I'm
is
like,
why I'm
God,
glad I grew up.
down.
I'm glad I grew up poor. Wasn't that good at sports. Like I'm glad I didn't have any of those temptations in front of me. Because I would have been a piece of shit probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't part of me doesn't blame him, but the parties that I've been to that he's been at, it's a lot.
I bet it fucking is, dude.
I don't know how he got away with it. I really fucking
I
don't.
mean, honestly, he
Parties
didn't.
took years off my life, but
Yeah, I mean, he really didn't. I don't care what that documentary or anything else makes that dude look like. He's got to be depressed. He's got to realize how bad he fucked up a once in a
oh yeah.
lifetime chance. Like that's got to eat him alive every day. I
But
would
his
imagine it
parents
would.
are loaded, so they were already rich before he went there.
Yeah, but just being rich for somebody like him,
Yeah,
and that might be enough. But like, let's even say for like somebody like me, I don't necessarily. Of course, everybody wants to be fucking rich.
yeah,
But, like, I don't want fame or anything like I want to live a comfortable life, but I
yeah,
wanna be known. Like, I wanna be good at what I do and people to know that I'm good at what I do. And I would
yeah,
think for somebody like him, it just seems like he wanted such validation from other athletes that he was the fucking best, and he'll never get a chance to do that now. That probably eats at the dude.
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he ain't gonna go fucking broke, obviously, which is kind of fuck
No.
him for that.
I mean,
But
yeah.
but everything outside of that, yeah. That's cool. So Tyler, Texas, right? I literally just took off a shirt like 30 minutes ago that is from Tyler, Texas.
Where,
Uh some people who follow me on social media sent me two different shirts from the strip club there that Whiskey
I'm
Meyer.
out.
Yeah, I've got two of them right next to me.
No way, that place closed down.
Did it really?
Yeah, that's the Whiskey Myers song. I'm out on
Yeah.
155.
Yeah.
Yeah, it closed down.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
nasty.
I love nasty strip clubs. I don't like nice ones.
Oh no, no, like it was when I tell you, so I say Tyler because if you don't know East Texas or Texas in general, then you don't know where my hometown is. It's Brownsboro. It's a suburb of Tyler, but even still, like if you're in that like little suburb of Tyler, or like the surrounding cities, somebody from your graduating class or your high school is a stripper there
Fuck yeah.
immediately. So, but it's not like good strippers. Like it's like deja vu or crazy horse. Like it's just it's actually worse than that. But
Yeah, see, I hate nice strip clubs. I hate any like
why?
why? I mean, honestly, not to be weird about it, I'm not paying anybody to get naked. Like that's just not for me.
Yeah, no.
Like if I go into a nice strip club, and I've been in them with my friends before, I'm just not a fan. It's like
Yeah.
and I don't want to sound fucking weird when I say this, but I don't know another way to say it is I feel like if I wanted to see one of these girls naked, I could take them to a bar, have some drinks, have some fun, and then if it happened, it happened. I'm not fixing to pay for you to take your clothes off and give me blue balls. That's not for
Yeah.
me. Like there's nothing hot about that to me. There's nothing.
Yeah.
What is fun though if you've never done it? Go to like these backwoods trashy ass strip clubs. But go with your friends and go with just plan on getting fucked up and having a good time. Like we went to one like 2 months ago. It's called Foxy's in Sneed, Alabama. We were over there for a writer's retreat. Oh,
Oh
no, no.
my God.
We were over there for the Ella Langley show. I was hosting Ella Langley and Trey Lewis's show over there at an event park, and a bunch of us went. And it was so bad that we had the best time ever, but they had a jukebox, and you got to pick the songs on the jukebox. And we
Oh
put
God.
like fucking $50 in that thing, and we picked the saddest country songs of all time and pissed every one of the strippers off that was in there. I don't know
Yeah,
if
how
you,
are you clap your cheeks to some sack
I
countries?
literally was so fucked up that I made the announcement to where, like, I don't know if you've ever heard the song from Vern Gosdin called Chiseled in Stone.
No.
It's fucking sad. And that's my shit. Like, I love sad shit. I was so fucked up that I played Chiseled in Stone first. And I told the girl on stage, I was like, if you can pop your pussy to this, I'll give you $100.
You should have parked out by the lake.
Yeah. Oh, I love Parked Out by the Lake. I love Parked Out
You
by the
should
Lake.
have played that.
Man, shit. Well, I don't remember whose birthday. It was Trey Lewis's. We was at Live Oak last year for his birthday, and he got that dude to play Parked Out by the Lake. And
My
I
God.
I had never heard it at all. And they're
It's the
like,
worst fucking song.
it is the best fucking song. I
It's the
love
best,
it.
but it's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Like,
I play that shit when I get fucked up for my friends all the time, and I'm like, y'all, this is gas. This is that new heat from Nashville. Y'all about to hear it right now. It is gangster, and like it takes the first fucking 30 seconds of the song, and every one of them just always turns at me and be like, "What the fuck, Josh? Like,
yeah.
what is wrong with
Love
you?"
seeing everybody's reaction
I
to
do
it.
too.
Start
I was,
listening.
and I think what was bad is the first time I heard it, uh, somebody had gave me an edible that was like a 90 milligram, like it was like cancer patient type fucking edible, right? And me and one of my buddies ate it as sitting at Live Oak. When that shit, it just didn't feel like the song ever ended.
I would have got arrested.
Oh God. Arrested.
I would have had to call 911.
Really?
I can't. A 90 milligram. You put me in the grave.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. I cried, but like I cried for a good
I had to
hour.
parked out by the lake.
Yeah, and I can't tell you which one it was. I was smiling so hard that my tear ducts just fucking opened and poured. Like I just cried and smiled for like 2 hours. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like, I eat mushrooms like fucking Skittles, but as far as THC or anything, like that's hard for me to go like above 40 milligrams because I will be stuck.
My dad mailed me some edibles from Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like really scared to try them. So, I mean, they're just kind of sitting there right now. I'm scared.
What?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Well, granted, he like, I mean, not even, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but no, he like had cancer like a few years ago. And so
No.
he started taking those edibles.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was like, I don't know what you're taking, but I'll have to go. I'm going to go to jail if I take these. Like, I'll be incoherent.
Yeah, I think you would just be stuck to your couch. I don't think you're going to jail. You might call the law thinking you're gonna have a heart attack, but I don't think you're going to jail.
I mean, I don't know. If I was in public, I probably would because I probably would be talking cursive. My
Uh,
roommate's giving me a beer, so
that's cool. Hi, roommate. How are you?
she's like, I'm not involved in this.
Hi. Well, fuck you too, then, roommate. Well, I don't want to be any part of that. Okay, that's cool.
I was like, I text her. I said, "Hey, can you bring me a beer?"
So, what part of Nashville do you live in without like giving your fucking address out for creepers?
Oh, I mean, I live in the Nations. I mean, I'm packing here anyways. I dare motherfuckers show up to my front porch. So
Yeah.
Text
It
it.
our because when we go up there, we every time we go, we either record with Raised Rowdy with them
Mhm.
boys, or
Yeah,
we.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Nikki and Brill and all them.
My
Shout
God.
out, shout out to them, by the way. Didn't they just do an event there at No, that was another bar. That was PBR. I was thinking they just
Yeah,
did.
I know what you're talking about.
I thought they just did something there.
Not at Barstool. Yeah, I think it was PBR.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was PBR.
Yeah, I think it was because our end of the year party that we had, like Ashland Craft and
Yeah.
LV Shane and all them, was at Live Oak the same night they did it.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that'd be about right. But if we're not recording at with them somewhere. We are recording like at a makeshift studio, so we'll like get an Airbnb, and we've stayed over, I think, in that area before. And not gonna lie to you, there's some sketch. There's some sketch.
Where?
Well, didn't you say like around the nations?
No, I live in the nation. So, I mean,
Oh,
I know like I'm a natural transplant, but I know that it used to be kind of scary over here, but then
yeah.
they completely transformed it. I mean, knock on wood, I've only had one incident the
Really?
entire 4 years that I've lived in the nation's neighborhood. So,
Oh, you've
but
been
yeah,
there for 4 years.
the nation's, yes. But the first year I was in East Nashville and I didn't even realize that I was on one of the most dangerous roads, but I never had any issues.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
Lived
stayed
next
in.
to a halfway house.
That's how to do it. I mean, at least you can probably find a hook up there. You can find a plug.
I mean, somebody's gonna come out swinging. It's fine.
Fuck yeah. So what's like your goal? Like, do you just want to be a bartender for a while? Or are you just figuring yourself out, or like what's the move there?
So I go back and forth from like 9 to 5 to and then missing like the human interaction. Like I've never been a person to just like sit at a desk. And so I mean I can and obviously I've done it, but I don't know. There's when it okay, so for example, like when my parents think that, bartending isn't a real job. That's their generation. But now I mean, it is considered a real job, but I don't know. I know I'm not going to be a forever bartender, but I still love the like people interaction. Like you're somebody's like safe place. Like you're somebody's like, half-ass like therapist. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's something about it. Just, I'm a very big people person. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really know. I didn't think I would make it this far in Nashville the first year I moved here. I mean, I packed up, I don't know a single soul. I met my roommates through a Facebook group and I moved here 6 months later after that. And then I immediately got a job on Broadway. So I didn't think I'd last this long. I'm just kind of like, okay, when am I going to have that feeling like I need to go somewhere else or something like that? And then I started the podcast. And then, like I said, I'm kind of in a limbo right now. I'm not really sure like what direction I'm supposed to go next, but like I said, I'm not gonna be a bartender forever. But
Well, bartending is a real job for any of the older
it
grumpy
is.
folks out there. I know I've got several friends that they make more than me. Like this is all I do for a living. Like I'll just do my podcast. That is it. And I know several that fucking murder. And it's like, okay, maybe I need to go sling some fucking drinks is what I need to do.
Yeah. I mean, it just like the money here is just completely different from like in Texas. Like I never knew like the amount of money you can make from being in the service industry here is just fucking wild. And
Yeah.
like that's what a lot of people don't understand. And I'm like, there's career bartenders that make six figures on Broadway. And that's just fucking nuts to me. But I mean, I love that you do your podcast for a living. Like, I mean, ultimately I would love to do that too. But I mean, you got to bust your ass to, it's
Oh
all
yeah,
about the
dude.
shake too. So
You just
here,
got you just got to have hustle in anything that you
yeah,
do. You got to have like an ego to you too. I make the joke a lot that my ego has an ego to where like I want to be the best at what I do no matter what the
yeah.
fuck I do. But you got to be a realist at the same time. And if you have that mentality, fuck, you can do anything. You can make a stupid amount of money. I know that there's got to be just a filthy amount of money for an attractive woman or attractive man bartending down that way. Like it just makes sense.
Yeah, that and like, I mean, it's another reason why I started the podcast. Like people are always like, "Oh, you're so funny. You should do something with it." Like, why aren't you on one of these like reality TV shows, which I almost made it to the end of one of them, like their like interview parts and stuff like that. They're like, "You should be doing this, you should be doing this." I'm like, "You know what?" I'm like, let's do some fucking street interviews. I was like,
Yeah.
y'all think I'm like, bitch, I know I'm funny. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And so, I mean, I guess that's my like ego part of it. Like
Yeah.
I do know that I am funny to a certain point, but it just it just depends. I mean,
Well, you can tell you got a big personality, and like we've only been talking for fucking 20, 30 minutes. And you can tell. Like I told you before we started, or maybe right when we fucking started, I don't know. But a lot of these people that I do shows with, like we get a lot of artists, of course. We get a lot of like charity organizations and stuff like that that center around mental health and all that kind of stuff. But we get a lot of social media personalities. And
Yeah,
you
and
and
they're
you
fake
would
as shit.
yeah, they're fucking to where somebody like you, I was watching some of the street interviews where you can come up with something on the fly to like snap back at somebody or give them shit. It had took some of these people that have a million plus followers 30 minutes to sit down there and write their comeback. And that's not funny. Like
Yeah.
you have good timing and all that type of shit. You can't find that very easily.
No, I did like when I first started, we did like a list of questions like on my phone and stuff like that. And then now I don't even use my phone anymore. I just immediately ask it. Like it's gotten easier with time. Cause at first I was super nervous, but I mean, I'm also, like you said, I'm quick with the comeback.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you
I
just,
could I'll give you credit. I couldn't do it in public. I mean, I do our show in public at places, but I'm comfortable sitting,
yeah.
recording, talking to people. Walking up to strangers, I would be a fucking just a wreck, dude. I couldn't do it.
Really? I mean, you just kind of, like I said, you gotta have thick skin. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of people, you would be amazed at the amount of people I say, "Hey, do you want to be on camera?" And they're like, "No, no, no." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, well, whatever." And you just go to the next person. But that there is, I will say, what Broadway Girls like when it immediately blew up was a cheating video. When my old co-host, she was like, "Are you cheating on your husband with him?" And that whole video blew up, and people were thinking that it was staged. I'm like, "Bitch, I'm broke. You think I'm gonna stage shit?" And I'm like, "Well, why would I do that?" I'm like, "No one told you to tell us that you're cheating on your husband. You consented to saying it on camera. Like, eat shit, bitch."
Yeah.
Like people are wild. Like there's a lot of stuff that I haven't posted that would probably get a lot of people in trouble. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that, you know?
That's cool. I battle back and forth with people on social media all the time that just want to release the dirt on
Mhm.
people, and that's how they want to blow up off of drama or toxic shit or stuff like that. And it's like there's no longevity in that. There's people are eventually gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna make me look stupid if I ever hurt your feelings or make you mad or like like you that you're a good person just for saying like I'd rather do it a different way."
Yeah, there's
That's cool to me.
yeah, I mean, granted, I will say that like, you know, not to put my personal business out there, but I can relate to the cheating thing like
Yeah,
well with my parents, but I'm like first off, I've been through a situation with my parents like that, and then second, why would I stage something like that? Like
yeah.
that's not okay, but I'm also there's a lot of shit that people say that I don't want to put out there like they don't you're drunk and in Nashville. Like you don't deserve to have your whole life ruined over that. But people
No,
who cheat like that, fuck that.
I'm
I'm
100. I'm 100% with you on that one, darling. I am 100% with you on that. And I got a lot of
yeah.
respect. I got a lot of respect for you not putting that out there. Like that's cool. I didn't realize like you never know. Like you're like, oh, is this the best that they have as far as content goes? And then when you hear, no, we got way better. It's just not morally right to do it. That's cool.
It's not. Yeah, when I asked people like where was the craziest place they had sex or like, you know, stuff like that. Oh my God. I could never. I couldn't post some of that shit. And like they won't even remember. Like there's a lot of people that have messaged me about the stuff I have posted and they're like, can you take this down? Like there's a guy that said, I was like, tell her how fat her ass really is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll suck a fart out of your ass. And he messaged me and he was like, can you please take this down? Like my family, they're freaking out. I'm like, why are they freaking out about you sucking a fart out of a bitch's ass? So it's just like, okay. I mean,
that
it's stuff.
his old lady was freaking out because she was gonna see it, is what it was.
One, the same group, this guy goes, my dad's a preacher. And I go, okay, well, are you sure you want to answer these questions? And he said, yeah. And I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Preacher's kid, you're always the worst.
Oh fuck yeah, they are. Absolutely. I like the preacher's daughters though. Not gonna lie to you, big fan. Haven't met one that was mentally stable yet. And
Oh my-
usually, I like a crazy bitch. I was going to tell you, they are my favorite. A crazy bitch whose daddy didn't love her. Yeah, come to Papa.
I mean, I have daddy issues, but I like genuinely, I say this and like, if you know me, you know me. And I'm really not crazy. Like I can get crazy, but I'm not, I'm so laid back, but
You know,
I'm
a common rule men don't tell women, and I'm finna fuck it up for you and everybody.
also,
All the men are finna get mad at me right now. There's a rule that if a girl says, I'm not really that crazy. I mean, I kind of however you just said what you
yeah,
said is how you know this bitch is crazy.
I can be. No,
There it
and
goes.
I,
Yeah. It's even the way that you just said I can be.
well, yeah, I can be, but I'm the most laid back person. Everybody knows that. Like, I'm so laid back, but I'm the friend that, like, you fuck with my friends, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
But other than that, it takes a lot to get me mad. Like, I'm not a jealous person. I'm very just go with the flow. So,
Yeah, you are definitely gonna have to hang out with our group. You like that's how we are. Like all of us are God, I mean, besides for what people see on social media, we're so fucking boring. Like we're real laid back. But if you I'm boring as fuck, dude. I am
I
so
mean,
boring. Like I'll put it this way.
I mean,
I like going to writers round sitting there drinking at a table. Like my days of going and shaking my ass or even going to look for a woman who's just out there shaking her ass. I'm just past that shit. Like it
been
doesn't do
past it.
I'd what?
I've been past all that
Yeah.
whole like partying scene and stuff like that. I mean, I don't do shit. I sit on the couch and with
You
my dogs.
you give me a bottle of whiskey, a radio to hook up to, and I'll sit on the couch all fucking day or a porch. Like that's fun to me. I don't need like even I, I've caught shit from people about this because people take it so fucking bad. But like, I don't need the VIP stuff. Like when I go out, I think it's fucking stupid. To be honest with you, I know that y'all probably get good tips and all that from a lot of people to do it. But like, to me, unless the owner of a bar calls me and it's like, "Hey, will you come here tonight? We'll put you up for this." I probably still won't want to do it, like because it's just not me. But I don't think it's special, and it just
Yeah.
seems like there's nothing like what is it like oh, you got a VIP on a Tuesday night at PBR or at, anybody else in Nashville. Oh, you're cool. No, you're not. Get it on the weekend when town's packed and there's actually people in there. Then talk to me. But like, I'm just not about that life. And I could just see how it gets so dragged down and so fucking just, ugh. And you must have to hate all that shit.
I mean, I've done like if I do bottle service, like it's because somebody invited me like to their table or, they're like, hey, we need to fill up tables like during slow season. Like we'll comp a bottle if you'll bring some friends in. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like we'll go. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go out. Like that's probably why we haven't like met in person because I don't go
Yeah.
out. And if I do go out, I'm going to the bar by my house that I can walk home from.
Fuck
So
yeah. See, that's the way to be.
yeah, I mean, I used to be. I mean, I'll occasionally step out. Like when I did work at Winners and Losers, I was always at Red Door
Oh,
and
I
Live.
love Red Door.
Yeah, root beer float shots. Let's go.
Man, let you ain't fucking lying. Oh my God, they kill me.
Bonnie is the backbone of Nashville.
Man, I have been so blacked out in Red Door so many times because of root beer floats. The studio that I just had that we just closed because we're moving somewhere, I
Yeah.
decorated the whole inside of it with like the red lights you see in this lamp. It was nothing but that because I wanted people that when they came here and they stepped into the studio in Georgia that had been to Nashville, I wanted them to feel like they were at Red Door. Some of the best conversations I've ever had in this life have been at fucking Red Door at 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's like this cool shit. Like Red Door is special. But
It is. It definitely holds a place in my heart, I will say.
yeah, it holds I ought to own a fucking piece of it by now, as much money as I spent there. Between there and fucking losers.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I've paid a lot bill at Red Doors before,
Yeah,
probably.
I paid Post Malone's tab during CMAs.
No, you did not.
Yeah, you got your phone in your hand.
Yeah.
Type in Josh Terry, Post Malone, and Whiskey Rift. Yeah, there's an
You
art.
paid his tab. Why?
I didn't mean to. It was a complete.
Oh, wait, I did see that. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Did somebody send it to me on Instagram?
Yeah, it was cool. Like we was at a private party there that one of our buddies invited us to. It was like
Oh my
Hardy, Peyton
God.
Manning, Mort.
Yeah.
Like it was all these fucking cool ass people. And you could tell like me and the guy that went with me, we didn't know he was fucking going, had no idea. So like I'm the trashiest looking person there, and I'm not knocking Post Malone whatsoever. But like his crew was dressed, we were dressed similar.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking what happened is when I cashed out at the end of the night and they saw Raising Grace Studios on my card and Post Malone's tab wasn't like you can't
I
fucking
did
take a
see
card
that.
from that.
I did not realize that was you. That's so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I pissed on
They
Raleigh.
reimbursed you?
Oh yeah, I got the Losers was fucking amazing about it.
Okay, good.
They were fucking super nice about it. Same night, pissed on Riley Green's boot. He was cool about it. And all this happened at Losers.
You pissed on Riley Green's boot?
Yeah, I pissed on that beautiful motherfucker's boot. Good Lord. Uh,
Listen, he said I served him a few times when I worked there, and when he says yes, ma'am, I'm like, shit, my pussy's wet. I'm
God
like,
damn.
I can't.
Fuck, you saying it that way just made my pussy wet. I hear you.
I'm like, oh my God, my
Jesus Christ.
nipples are hard. Like, God.
So like we was in the bathroom at Losers, and first off, this is at the end of the night, and we've already done the CMA stuff. We've already done my show that day at Live Oak. Like I was fucking blacked out. I am 5'10" on a good day when my back doesn't hurt. Riley Green, when you're drunk, looks like he's already fucking 6'5" or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm standing next to him at the pisser, and I'm taking a leak, and I look up, and I'm like, "Fuck, you're Riley Green." And I
So
was
you
like,
pissed on his boot?
"No." So like, I was like, "Fuck, that's Riley Green," and I was like, "I'm a big fan." He's like, "Appreciate it, dude." For some reason, my drunk ass wanted to look again, so instead of me just turning my head this time, I turned my body because I was so drunk, and I
God.
pissed on Riley Green's boot, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm fucked up. I just wanted to make sure it was you." And he was super cool about it. He was so fucking cool about it.
Oh my
And
God.
he had seemed like he had several toddies by this point of the night too.
Yeah.
He was good and blazed, but he was cool, dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was a weird week for me. That was between ending up on Whiskey Riff for paying his tab or Post Malone's tab and then piss on Riley Green's boot. Like it's like, you know what? I'm gonna have stories to tell the grandkids. There's not good ones.
I mean, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's that whole place over there. I hate that it ain't even in the past 3 years. It just don't seem like it what it was a couple years ago. Like it's starting to get weird, like touristy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably because of people like us telling everybody on podcasts and shit how great it is.
Well, I will say I was working at, funny story, I was working at Jason Aldean's, like it was what, March of 2021 is when I started at Winners. And then I got the job because I was talking shit to the bouncer. It was like during COVID, like right at the end of COVID, and I was talking shit to the bouncer because you had to like have a seat at a table. And the bouncer, he had little man syndrome, and he was like, "Hey, he was like, your friend can't come in." And my friend had just got done playing at Losers, and my friend texted me, he's like, "Hey, the bouncer won't let me in." So I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I walked down there. I go, "Who hurt you today?" And he was like, I said, "Why don't you let him in?" And he goes, "Because I said." And I go, "Okay, well, I don't know why you have an attitude, and I don't know who hurt you, but we're going to circle back around in about 5 minutes." And I said, "And I'll come back and we'll reevaluate the situation." He's like, "You want to get thrown out too?" I said, "Do it." And then the GM is standing at the top of like the Winners, like, you know,
Yeah.
walkway. And I turn around to go back inside, and he goes, "Hey, what's your name?" I'm like, "What's it to you?" He goes, "Well, I want you to work here." I was like, "Oh." And then I started 2 weeks later.
That's cool.
I mean, yeah, it's very different now for sure. I mean, Nashville's very different. I mean, I liked the Nashville pre-COVID. I feel like I was kind of grandfathered in a way,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I should have been in Nashville in the 80s. Like I should have been back in the day. This new shit, it
Yeah.
just ain't for me. Like I get it, it's
Fun.
fun. What?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's fucking I don't know, dude. It's like I say it all the time when we're doing a podcast up there, like we're recording at Live Oak. I'm like, hey, the good thing about doing the Raising Grace rounds today is you're actually going to hear some country music in Nashville.
Yep.
And like what we put on is a fucking country show. And
Yeah.
it's just so weird to know that this is like the country capital of fucking everywhere in the world. And it's so commercial. It's just so blah. It's like I don't fucking even like it that much.
Well, I will say that I work at the local. I pick up shifts
Oh,
there now.
I love Jeff.
Oh my Jeff.
I love Jeff.
Jeff is the heart of Midtown, I swear to God. But no, I was working there before I started at Barstool, but then I'm like on pickup now. But Jeff Reed, I swear to God, that man has a heart of gold. I
Yeah,
love him. But the local has the best music. So yeah, I mean, like that's where you go and you hear real country music.
yeah. He
So
is the I love the people at Live Oak so much with Hasten and Dave and all of them.
yeah,
That the only person that I have talked to about us doing our show at once a month, because like I don't live there, so I really don't want to do more than one show a month to come up there. I come up there for 1 week out of every month to record podcasts wherever and do the Live Oak show. I've talked to Jeff before, and I've even been like, if I go to 2 a month, the only other place I would do it at is here. The only other place I would do it at is the local because it's
yeah,
great fucking people.
it is. And they have the best food too.
Oh yeah.
But I will
Every
say
time.
it's like National Geographic over there with the homeless people. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Ask Jeff about Beth.
Beth.
She stole our she stole the leaf blower from the local and ran down the street with it. And Jeff had to chase her. And she's also lit a fire in the alley. The fire department showed up. It's so bad.
That's fucking awesome.
Though.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of crazy homeless there. I've almost gotten a fucking knockdown drag out from seeing people pick on the homeless though. Like there were
yeah,
some frat boys one time and I like I said, I'm 5'10" on a good day, but I was raised a certain way. And I'm
yeah.
like, you don't do that shit. I don't like seeing people. You would think as much money that's floating around that town that some shelter or something would be open up to take care of everybody. Do what?
I said exactly. Like yeah. I have a huge opinion on that, but
Yeah. It's okay. It's probably the same as mine then.
yeah. But I mean, hell, the amount of people that I've like, I mean, have you like seen any fights on Broadway?
I have not seen a fight yet. I was in one altercation at Live Oak, but I've never seen a fight.
You've never seen a fight.
I have not. I have yet to see one.
And you've only been in one altercation.
Yeah. Some guy was fondling some ladies with us. We went on, there's a party bus company up there that
Yeah.
has done some stuff with us. And she took us out one night and there was some fucking random guy on there that was filling up some of the girls every time that he went
God.
past them. And anyway, one thing led to another. We got off the bus and I showed my ass, but it's okay. I'm a girl dad. And like my daughter, like the name of my studio, everything is named after her. Her name's Gracie. So like
Oh,
Raising
I
Grace
love that.
Studios and all that. So I get sensitive about that shit. And,
Yeah.
and the
Same.
and the more I drink, the more sensitive I get. Like there's a reason why like Tawny, all the other girls go and they'll hang out with us and hang out with
Yeah.
me. And it's like I don't mean to be crude about this. Like, I know you can't fuck every woman in the world, and you probably shouldn't try. Like, why can't you just have a good relationship with them and like be a big brother type? Like, I love that. Like, I really thrive on being in those situations.
Yeah.
And as soon as some dickhead messes with one of the girls we're around, every time I am gonna show them there's a couple cowboys left in town.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, I was raised to be a hard ass, so I guess that's why I'm like I said I was laid back, but I can get crazy because I'm gonna be
Yeah,
the first bitch that's gonna curb stomp you.
yeah,
But I mean, I don't believe in like women hitting men. I think it's super disrespectful because in today's time, people aren't raised like,
yeah.
how I was raised. So it's just, yeah, no, but But back to the fighting thing, like the amount of like shit I've seen on Broadway, I've even like customers literally will like the amount of times I got hit at Whiskey Row when I was working there, like on the second floor, and I had a swing on some people. It's wild, wild.
You remind me of one of my friends. She lives in Nashville, and I hope y'all like each other before I fucking say this, if y'all even know each other, but you just remind me a lot of her. Ireland Gabriella.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, you'll have to look her up. She's cool. She's like a boxer, but she's cool as shit. Uh, yeah, she was on the show just a couple weeks ago. She
Really
is
cool.
fucking really cool. You
She
remind
probably
me.
whooped my ass if she's a boxer.
She's a badass, dude. She's a badass. She would fuck me up like 100%, and she weighs probably she's as tall as me if she's not an inch taller. And I ain't never saying a woman's weight, but she is more petite and muscular.
Yeah.
So like she's tough, like, but she could fuck my fat ass up in a heartbeat and not think twice about it. You seem the same fucking way, dude.
I mean, I know I talk, a lot of shit and I talk a big talk, but I mean, 95% of the time, I mean, I'm gonna show you. So, you know, shit
I
happens.
Have you had to fucking like really get a
Yeah.
customer?
Yes. Like it, yes. Well, I mean, Whiskey Row, like people on the second floor when it's like elbow to elbow, like
Yeah.
people literally that they will they'll clothesline you just not even thinking about it and like or they are thinking about it. And I mean, yeah, I've had to like intervene in some fights. Like I've had people get up in my face and I'm like, okay, like you want to take it outside. And then it just, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk too much on it because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But
I don't see.
I mean, I've had a lot of friends. I've had a few friends like get fired from their Broadway jobs because a customer like has, thrown something at them or like hit them and they've come out from behind the bar and whooped their ass. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, I would fucking give you a raise. Like I would. I don't see how the fuck you get fired for that. I guess you're not supposed to be ugly to the customer, but fuck, there's a line there. There's a line,
there
and if
is.
somebody crosses it, you better be able to cross it back.
Well, yeah, but I mean, also security, people talk a lot of shit about security down there and stuff like that. And I know they're the ones that get the worst reviews, but they're the ones that have our backs when we can't come out and beat your ass.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
I've never seen a problem with the majority of security there. I've seen some that are trying to get laid in the corner and not doing their job. Like, but I've never
biggest
seen.
red flags on Broadway.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I've seen that shit before. There was a girl. The only place I really like to go there is AJ's. Um,
Of AJ. Two of my friends play there, so I go there pretty
I
often.
got a good buddy that plays there a lot, Blaine Bunning, and I love Blaine so fucking much. And I've been in there with him, been fucked up, having a great time watching him play. And you would literally see like a girl about to throw up or pass out in a trash can, and the security guard was over there just pretty much asking her friend for her number. And it's like, bitch, do I need to help this person?
Yes. I'm like, oh my, but who raised some of these people? Like, y'all come to a different city, and I'm like, you act like that? Would you
Yeah,
shit on your mom's couch?
yeah.
No, you wouldn't. Then don't do it here.
You know,
Like,
you just said that, and that's probably why I hate the majority of people in Nashville. Now I'm thinking about it, because you're from Texas,
yes.
I'm from Georgia. We were raised with manners. Manners is like my biggest fucking thing.
Yes, I got my ass beat.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And
Pick out your own switch on the tree.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm so used to now people just being rude as fuck. But it's always when you ask them where they're from, if they're that rude, it's always like, oh, you're from New York. Or oh, you're from up north or wherever. It's like, where the fuck did manners stop? Did it get to fucking the Mason Dixon line and it was like, okay, all the manners down here, all the cunts up here? Like, it's so
Yes,
fucking weird to
for
me.
sure. But I mean, I will say there's a lot of people in, the South too that they're pretty cunty. So,
There's cunts everywhere. You're 1,000% right.
oh yeah. I mean, the shit like the shit that has even happened at Barstool, and they've only been open since what, end of June.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Is where is Barstool? Is it off of Second? I don't know
It
where
is. It's
Barstool's
where
at.
it's where the old Joe's Crab Shack used to be. The
Okay.
Applebee's is, so that's
Is
where it's at.
is Live Oak's new location next to y'all then?
Wait, Live Oak has a new location.
Yeah, they're opening their new place off Second.
What's it called?
Live Oak.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like it was a pretty big announcement a couple months ago. I think they're
Wait,
scheduled.
is it like, no, it's not where the new headquarters is, right? Or like where headquarters like got bulldozed down. Are they like building it right there? Or are they building it like where BB King's used to be
BB
and all that
King's. For
stuff?
some reason, I remember Hasten telling me it's in BB King's old place.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Hasten, if I wasn't supposed to tell nobody that, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you made the announcement on Facebook already. So surprise, everybody. Yeah. So that's what's going to be kind of tricky, is because we'll be doing a show there once a month, and I love Live Oak so much. I'm hoping how great it is where it's at now transitions to the same shit there. Like
Mhm.
I hope it does. So
I mean, Second Avenue is very hit or miss. It just, I mean, once Luke Combs bar opens up, like Wild Horse, like redoes itself, I think it'll, and Chiefs right there, I think it'll be really good.
I'm so excited about Chiefs, but
Me too.
I'm a Eric Church fanatic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty pumped about it. I think Second Avenue, like it's gonna be popping pretty soon, but
Well,
because I know headquarters got bulldozed down, like they're gonna build something right there, and then um I wouldn't be surprised if they put some in that parking lot between like where Barstool is and like to the corner and
yeah.
like where Lakers is. So I don't know.
Well,
But Bottle Blonde's going right there too.
what is?
Bottle Blonde.
What is that?
Well, it's on Broadway technically. It's right next door to Bootleggers.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
even know all the fucking names of the bars there. That's how little I go over there.
Well, Bon Jovi's got one too, next to Losers.
Why the fuck does Bon Jovi have a bar?
God only knows.
I don't like Bon Jovi. I
I don't like Bon Jovi either.
I mean, I like fucking Wanted Dead or Alive, but I can't name you another fucking Bon Jovi song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there with you
I
on
went
that.
I went to a concert that God, I'm old. Chris Daughtry opened up for Bon Jovi. And
Yeah.
I like Chris Daughtry. Well, I did fucking 15 years ago when he was relevant. But I remember watching Bon Jovi dance that night, and it's the fucking worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, did you know Chris Daughtry is like opening up for Creed when they go back on tour?
Oh my God, yes. Let's fucking go.
Yes. I'm
Oh,
pumped.
yeah. I am definitely. There's a couple different dates for the Creed tour that
Did
I
you
have.
go to the Nickelback one?
No, I did not. I like Nickelback. I'm just not. They're not the. I don't know. I don't know. I about had a heart attack when I couldn't go see Stained though. Like I wanted to go see fucking Stained so bad, and I'm buddies with Aaron is the thing, but I've never seen him do full band Stained. I've
Yeah.
seen him do. It's been a while acoustic, but I've never seen him do fucking full band Stained. And when I couldn't make it to any of the dates, I was so fucking mad.
Damn, that does suck.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, question for you. So have you like dated anybody famous?
No, I don't. I'm weird about dating. Um, I I thought there has to be balance with somebody like me.
Yeah.
I want somebody who wants to be seen, but
Mhm.
doesn't want to be seen for the wrong reasons. And
Yeah.
anybody that I've met from social media, it's
Mhm.
usually like, and you fucking know this because you live in Nashville all the time. It's real sketchy dating there or trying to meet somebody there because it seems like a lot of people are so focused on what can you do for me instead
Yep.
of who you are. And that ain't me. Like the second I think that you are trying to hook up with me or come around me just so you can meet one of my friends and wiggle your way in there, oh, I'm out. Like I don't care how hot you are, how much fun I have with you. Like that's not me. I want the person that's they're not scared of somebody who works in social media, but at the same time, they're not like fucking every day, like, hey, let's post a picture or hey, let's make a TikTok or it's any of that bullshit. I'm real weird. Like I've been around, had fun with some that are
Yeah.
that are
You're dating
close.
somebody now, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of creeped, so I was
Are
like
you
trying to
cool? No, you're cool. You're
research. I
cool.
was like, wait.
She will fucking lose her mind that you just asked me that, like in a good way. She'll be like, "You said yes to that." Well, yeah, like it. But if I'm seeing somebody, I try to be honest about it because most of the shit that I put on social media is
Yeah.
to make me sound as bad as possible.
I
Like,
mean, I'm very private, so if I am
yeah,
dating somebody, like, no, the people that need to know,
yeah.
no.
Well, see, that's the way I used to be, but like 80% of the people that listen to my show are women. 80% of the people that follow me on social media are women. And, I get the same way. I'll guarantee you're an attractive woman. You get shit sent to your inbox all the fucking time that is just, you're like, the audacity of this person to think that it's okay to send me this. I I get shit from some brave fucking women. And I feel like if I'm honest that I'm seeing somebody, that
Mhm.
sometimes it backs off. But there's a lot of women that just don't give two shits.
Yeah, there's a lot of women that like thrive off of that. I'm like, y'all are
Mhm.
disgusting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I, I obviously love women. I have a problem with it, to be honest with you. Like, I love a good looking woman. It hurts my feelings to see y'all sometimes. But like, that's not the only thing for me. Like,
Yeah.
just being attractive isn't enough. Like, I am very tenderhearted. I am very lazy. I'm a whole lot of things that my social media doesn't show.
Yeah.
I try to repel people from my social media and it just ends up making fucking people like me and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like, people obviously social media. I mean, I tell everybody I'm a catfish. I'm like, I'm really like, yeah, I do look pretty on Instagram sometimes, like on a good day, but I'm like, I'm weird as fuck. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm not really, I mean, I've started posting a lot more of like me being my weird self. So people,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, I'm not that fake, like influencing bitch.
I can't
I'm like,
stand that
I got
shit.
sent like some food from Quest one time, and I was like, if this is what being an influencer is like getting free shit, like free food. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, here we go.
I'll go ahead and tell you, I will whore myself out for free stuff. Like,
For free food for me.
yeah, I have. You figure me being like a thicker fella that some company would be like, let's feed this fat bitch and get him to advertise our stuff. It's never
Yeah.
that. What's stupid, and I don't know why they're doing this. I've got an email while we were sitting here. It popped up on my phone, but Fitbit keeps trying to give me shit, and the whole time I'm like, motherfucker, have you looked at me?
Yeah, they
Does
said like Quest, the nutrition thing. I'm like, I don't work out.
Mm.
You want to send me some protein chips? Okay.
Yeah. You can send me some shit to sell. Like, that's about it. And then even then I suck at it. Every one of the sponsors that we have on the show, and I'm grateful for each and every one of them.
Yeah.
I don't really do a trade system with anybody. Like, if you give me money, fuck yeah, I'll talk about your product. If your product's good, I will love your product. If your product's shit, I'm not going to talk about it. And it's like with me, I think you have to keep your integrity with this
Yeah.
shit. Like you have to stay authentic. If I start advertising for Fitbit, that makes it look like if I'll sell out for Fitbit, like I'll sell out for other stuff. Like one of the things that has got me in trouble with some artists in Nashville and other places is I'm very picky about the music that I allow on my show. Like a lot of people don't like me for that. Somebody will be like, "Hey, this person's got 100,000 followers on Instagram. You need to have them on the show. I'll listen to them." And
Okay.
I'm like, just because you got a following don't mean you're talented.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and I can't stand that. And like with TikTok, dude, fuck
Oh,
TikTok.
I'm super picky about it, and I'm very vocal about musicians that I don't
Yeah,
like their music sucks. Like I don't give a shit how many followers you have.
mm. Yeah, we had a
Like
show.
lick my butthole. I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely. We not absolute lick your butthole. I don't even know that.
No, I know what you
That came out at the wrong time.
mean.
But like even when we first started the show, like we'd have groups of people that would do like these drunk shows. And like, by the way, you're gonna fucking do one now. Next time we're in Nashville, when we do our group settings, like it's in somebody's house or the Airbnb or whatever we rent to set up the studio for the week, our best shows are our group drunk shows. But
Yes. Oh my God. Trick or drink is the best
yeah,
too.
but the problem with that is you get a lot of people around the table, and one of the time that we did it, somebody that was sitting there with me had a Kane Brown cut. They were fixing to have a Kane Brown cut.
Yeah.
I don't like Kane Brown. Like it's just not for me. That music is not for me whatsoever.
I don't either.
And the way that I said it was like, fuck Kane Brown. Like, and the person just got quiet. And then they were like, hey, can we pause real fast? And I was like, okay, what's wrong? And they're like, dude, you gotta cut that shit. Like you can't sit here and fucking bash fucking Kane Brown. And this is the biggest cut that I've got. I've had to learn how to say shit differently. Like
Yeah.
Kane Brown's obviously killing it. He's got more fans, more followers, more money than I do. He must be doing something right. I'm probably the one that's fucking wrong. But you give me some Cody Johnson or you give me some Jamie Johnson or shit like that, way fucking happier. Like that's my groove, dude. And I have to watch how I say shit because just because you have so many people on social media and I find you terrible, that doesn't mean everybody else does.
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of that's why I asked you in the beginning. I was like, is there stuff like if we do need to cut stuff out?
Yeah.
Because when I did do Truth or Drink, like on my podcast, there's a lot of shit. People are like, oh, I'm afraid, like I don't want to do that and stuff like that. I'm like, listen, we can cut anything out that you want to, and like
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. And if you don't want that in there, that's fine. So there's people have, you know, said a lot of shit that like on my podcast that I've had to cut out. I mean, hell, I mean, I know my GM won't get mad about this, but I recently did a podcast with the GM of Barstool, and she's a
Okay.
woman and she's hot as fuck. She's yeah, she's beautiful, but I asked her who was the most famous person in your DMs, and she was like, nobody famous. And I'm like, look at your Instagram. I know you have famous men in your like in your DMs. She goes, well, can I name a mid? And I'm like, sure, whatever. And she goes, and I know, and like I said, I know she won't get mad at me for this because I asked her, but she's like, can I name a mid? I said, absolutely. She said, Chase Rice. And I said, yeah, I mean, he's definitely a mid, so I get that. And then she said Jay Cutler. And I said, well, I mean, Jay Cutler is not really a mid. He's definitely more famous.
That's my dude.
She said, Jay Cutler, she goes, I was really mean to him. And I'm like, okay. And then Jay Cutler comes in 2 weeks ago and I had to serve him at the bar. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah. I mean, I've served him at Losers too, but yeah.
There's a picture on my Instagram. If you'll scroll back to when it was, I guess, cold at the beginning of this year, there's a picture of me and him, and I'm fucking cross-eyed. It's me, him, and this guy named Little Skinny, and
I love Little Skinny.
That's my baby, dude.
He's the best.
No, don't say that, please, for the love of God.
I love Little Skinny.
His head, that name dropping motherfucker, his head does not need to get any bigger than it already is. I love him. So like if you are of the ages of fucking 20 to 25 and you meet me, like these guys or whatever, they love me. They're like my baby brothers. Like I just want to take them every fucking where I go. And Skinny is one of those strays that I adopted last year. And that bitch ain't going nowhere. That's he's one of my favorite people.
Wait, did you should ask him about when we caught him and Trey Lewis on Broadway during an interview. And I said,
Yeah.
I asked people, I go, what do you think about when you hear the words like Little Skinny? And some woman said pencil dick, and he wouldn't let me post it.
I bet he wouldn't. That motherfucker gets mad.
He wouldn't let me post it. And I was like, okay, then why? Like, whatever.
Yeah. Skinny is very sensitive, but also too, I mean, he's fucking 22 years old. I get it.
Love him. He's a good dude.
He's one of the best. He's the only reason why I'm friends with like Aaron Lewis and shit. Like he's took me places. Like he's a good fucking dude to me. I love him. But yeah, there's a picture of me, him and Jay Cutler after hanging out at Red Door one night, and we are Skinny's not. Me and Jay are fucking blacked out.
I have very mixed feelings about him, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I said on a drunk podcast, like I get there's a lot of shit that people say. Like me
Yeah.
and we took a whole tray of shots like on Truth or Drink, and I had to cut out like half the podcast.
Yeah,
So we might have to redo it.
Yeah, we don't. We definitely don't. Like I tell, we got in trouble one time. Like at the beginning of last year, there was something said that everybody thought was known to everybody in the industry,
Yikes.
but it wasn't. But and it could have killed. It could have really hurt me. But the publicist that reached out to me was extremely nice. We edited it and took it down within 20 minutes of them making the phone call to me. And besides that, that's the only thing. That's the only, and that was just a big mistake. Like
Yeah.
how people don't know the mistake or how people don't understand. I get it, like, but still, everybody's around. Like unless somebody ever tells you you can't say something, you don't know you can't say it if you think it's common knowledge.
Well, yeah, I definitely ask him like, hey, yeah, like you asked me, what can I not talk
Yeah.
about? Like, okay, well, I'm not going to talk about that. So, yeah, it's there. I have to take a step back sometimes and realize, hey, the people outside of Nashville don't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very interesting for
Well,
sure.
I definitely love what you're doing. I think that you are one of the few that I've talked to that you know, I don't mean to be sexist when I say this. It's hard to find females that are good at this. Like you've got some like the caller daddies, the all of them that are so fucking amazing. They're fucking great.
Yeah.
But then you got other ones that just want to badmouth people and they think that that's entertaining. It's not. And I can just tell by us doing a show for a little over an hour, you're entertaining. You're good at carrying on a conversation. You're good at this. I want to see you keep fucking grinding at it. I'll definitely go listen to some of your episodes now and check out what you do, by yourself.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I have probably like 6 or 7 episodes that I haven't posted because I had to take a step back and then I kind of wanted to rebrand a little bit
Yeah.
on the side of it, just like me doing it. And I'm like, okay, what direction do I want to take this? And so now for right now, I'm doing the street interviews because people like that more. But in the new year, we're definitely we're hitting the ground running for sure. And there's I'm gonna release a lot, hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, if you need any help with it, ask me. I don't mind. You're cool. Because I'm definitely going to hit you up for some of our drunk shows in Nashville.
Well, thanks. Yeah. I mean, Trey Lewis came on my podcast.
That's my boy.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love Trey.
We've done several shows together now. He's one of my dudes. I really think the world of him.
Yeah, he's great. So,
All right. Hot seat, last 2 minutes of the show.
okay.
If you were to walk up to me on Broadway, what would be the question that you would ask my drunk ass?
I don't know. I mean,
Would it just have to be situational wise, like what was going on at the time, or do you ever just like look for like an opening for a question?
so I start with a question that I like have that I know, like I have a few questions I know I'm going to ask people. And then I just kind of go off of that. So, like, if you're very talkative, like, we'll go off of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the next questions I'm going to ask when we go do street interviews is like, what's your New Year's resolution?
Oh, okay.
And we have a lot of people that, they say a lot of stupid shit. So,
Well,
I mean,
I look forward to seeing all that on social
well,
media.
okay, well, what's your New Year's resolution?
Oh,
I know that's stupid, but I mean, that's how
really-
the video got.
I'd
So,
really like not to get chlamydia next year. I'm kind of tired of that.
damn.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to just see one woman now. I'm really tired of going to the fucking health department. I'm really gonna run out of luck one day.
Hey, I mean, at least it's just chlamydia. You can just like take a pill and you're good.
It's actually 1 shot and 2 antibiotics. Don't ask me how I know.
I'm dead. Let me think of a question. Okay, well, where's the craziest place you've had sex?
High school football field.
Oh, okay, Toby Keith, what the fuck are you doing?
What
Like,
the fuck? I'm from the fucking South. It was cool at the
there's
moment.
nothing else. A
I'm
high school
gonna.
football field. That's
I'm
lame.
I'm fucking vanilla, bruh. My dick is shy. It probably wouldn't get fucking hard anywhere that wasn't behind closed doors.
Oh my god.
Like I don't know. I think I pulled over on the interstate one time. Like I'm not the most sexual person to be real with you. Like I'm 36 now. Like, it's not that I don't have my testosterone probably started dropping last year. I'm actually going next week to get it checked because maybe that's what's wrong with me. I just I don't know. I'm weird about sex too. Anyway,
No,
like
I get.
I used to be where I just wanted to fuck whatever, and
Yeah.
now like I have to be like passionate. Like I have to be attracted to
Good.
you more than just wanting to fuck you to actually want to sleep with you.
And that's good because the dating in Nashville is trash. But okay, so wait, now that I'm like on the topic,
There you
okay,
go.
here we go.
Okay.
What name a good country song? Make up your own.
Me name a good country song.
Like make up your own. So like what's a good name for a country song?
Ooh. Can I
Because Connie answered that. I mean that and like, yeah.
can I name some that we've already wrote? Or is that this you got because
No, you gotta be like as vulgar as you want. Like, I mean, like
okay.
what's a good name for a country song?
Oh God. Let's see. Let's see. It's gotta be something with liquor because I'm a big whiskey guy. Uh Liquor and misser.
Liquor and Misser.
Yeah, because like a liquor bottle and you miss her, liquor and miss
Yeah,
her.
I was thinking like lick her and miss her.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
I was saying. Liquor. Yeah, because it'll be like a cheating song. I'm licking her, but I'm missing her. Liquor and miss her.
Hey, that's really good.
Yeah, I'm fucking smart, bro. I'm good at this shit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I'll entitle it the Carolina West song when I go write it now when we get done with this.
Do
Yeah.
what?
You know how like in a song, it'll put in parentheses like for Alyssa or whatever.
Yeah,
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 I'm gonna write the song Liquor and Miss Her, and it's gonna be Caroline's song. All right.
yeah. Please do it. Oh my God.
Where'd you get the idea from? Caroline West.
That'd be great. I'll promote the shit out of that.
Well, you're gonna have to. It's about you.
Help. Wait, have you had a song written about you?
About me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody's gonna write a song about me. There might be. There's one that's been sent to me from
Yeah.
somebody that I'm not saying it was. I ain't saying it wasn't, but there was some similarities in the situation. Uh, but I don't know. I try my best not to fuck with female artists
Yeah.
just because I don't, you're not supposed to shit where you eat. Like,
Exactly.
and like it's already so hard to not sexualize an attractive woman. Like, I mean, I'm a fucking caveman, dude. I see a good looking woman, and my brain automatically is like, what she look like naked, like or whatever, like or what nasty shit does she like? Like you can't help it. I have caveman brain. So what I
Yeah.
try to do, like even now, you're in this fucking category now because I've done a show with you, and I want you to do more stuff with us from this little bit here because you're good at it. It's like I can't sexualize this person. I have to do everything I can to not be that way because
Yeah.
I want to work with them. And that's how
Yeah.
I am with female artists. Like you can't. Like it's and the bad thing is a woman singing is the most attractive thing in the world to me. And like it is like my like if she sings sad girl country, I am fucking there, bro.
You're
But
like half chub. Let's go.
I have chub all the time. Full fucking diamond cutter most of the time. But yeah, like I try not to. Like it's just I just don't think you do that. And I think I've got I think that's why I have a good reputation with women that are artists and with people like Tawny and other people that we work with. Because I'm not finna slide in your DMs. I ain't finna say anything inappropriate. Like I try my best to be as professional as possible. Now, like there's a couple that if they came on to me, it'd be very hard
Yeah.
not to yeah. But it's like that's not cool. It
No, I
it's
get
not
it.
cool.
Well, that's good to know though.
Yeah, we're going on a writers retreat tomorrow, from tomorrow till Friday, and we have some women going with us. And if I would be a piece of shit or had been a piece of shit, I don't think they would go or feel comfortable going.
Yeah.
I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, that's good though.
Yeah, I'm a nice fucking guy. I know it sucks. Nice guys finish by themselves is what they ought to say. Not last. But anyway, well, thank you so much. Drop your podcast name again, social media, and let's get the fuck out of here.
It is Broadway Girls on Instagram with 2 S's. Here come the double letters. And then, TikTok, you just type in Broadway Girls and it's good. And then Caroline West, Instagram.
Make sure you go follow me on TikTok if we're not already following each other. That way I can share the clips and shit from this. It's JL Terry 1987. Surprise. All right.
Okay.
Well, cool. Thank you, Miss Caroline. And I hope we hook up again and do a show again, like group show and hang out. Get you to help
Yeah,
us
I'm down.
get you to help us host some of the stuff at Live Oak so I can get fucked up.
Hey, I'm down. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime, darling. All right, folks. Well, thank y'all for listening to the Josh Terry podcast. We will catch y'all next time.